and this is gonna go to the correct stream.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna remember to list the stream rather than unlist the stream.
They're saying there is a big difference between the two. They're possibly even complete opposites.
I know the opposite would be private, obviously.
If you put "un" at the start of a word, like this game is the opposite of "undertale," which is
Legend of Dur.
German, the German version.
Undertale's worst game of all time. That's not true. There's one gun in this game. Arguably two, if depending on how you interpret it. Yeah, there's you get the broken gun, and then there's the gun that shoots clovers at you in the final fight. Which might be the same gun, depending on how you interpret it.
I think if you have to interpret it, then it's doesn't count. No interpretive
um, hello, Cactus. Hello, Bazib. Hello, Tara. God, my throat's so dry.
Pause drawing my picture to be here. You can actually do that. You can actually do it and do any. You can actually do any of those two activities at the same time.
Animal Jayson is really quiet. It might be just be that I'm extremely fucking loud. Also, Undertale is an audio.
I would trust Zeke's interpretation of events.
I did some changing around with my audio filtering. When I'm quiet, it will pick me up a bit more on the microphone. When I'm loud, it will compress it. Well, it's not compressing the audio there. It went like straight into the red there. And you turn Animal Jayson from an 8 to a 5. Very slowly. It's like 10 times louder than Jayson. This might be true information.
I'm just entering a more humble era of my life, so I'm sort of quiet now.
Yeah? The audio unbalancing. Right now it looks like I'm a little bit louder than Jayson. I'm like in the red, in the yellow, approaching the red, where he's like squarely in the yellow. When you meet Jayson in real life, he's a tiny mouse creature. You can barely hear him. Some are saying this is factual information. I missed off live stream, and besides looking at it, I said, I wish this bitch's computer implodes. And guess what happens like a day after your computer? He is like 5'8". That's mouse size for men. I don't think that's true. I think that's
actually man size per mouse.
Can't argue with that. I'm actually gonna go and fill my bottle of water with water.
I've actually got a lot of aura in real life.
It's aura?
Yeah.
We call it aura? Hello? Rouse if you man Rouse,
I believe it's the Spanish word for smoking.
Rouse if you man
Animal I am. I've been calling myself like a rat man for quite a while now.
Excuse me, let me get my water bottle.
It hasn't been a secret that I identify with the rodent archetype. He was 8 fucking years old. Yeah, Undertale is kind of an unk game. They're actually calling it Undertale. room, actually. I don't know. I just think it's the Zoomers come up and the way that Undertale is gonna be on very soon. Very soon, it's going to happen. I don't know what you mean, surely soon. Like, definitely soon. Like, the kids that are playing 1 are gonna be like, "There's a other game? Whoa!" And they're gonna find out about it. You know? You already played this? Mm. I was questioning why we're apparently streaming this again, and I don't know. Some kind of user error. Oh,
Maybe I was off on OBS for a bit. Anyway, notice how no one asked for your opinion, Ice Cactus. Game audio is way too loud. The game's just loud. I'm sorry, the game is just quite loud.
Yeah, it's just the loudest game ever made.
We're gonna move this to a...
That's the son of a bitch thing about it. Toby actually just mixed it too loud on purpose.
Jason's still really quiet. We're gonna move Jason from a 5 to a 2.5 very slowly.
Entering a new era of my life. It's just it's just a whole new American century. The project for a new American century, my idea that I came up with.
He is talking quite as... Let's see. Go to properties. That's actually... We're gonna want to do filters. I'm a fool. Expander.
Thoughts on Undertale? It's kind of a Euro shmup. It's a demented way to think about it, but I guess that's not entirely inaccurate.
Alright. Hopefully my expander has expanded him.
Yeah, they're always hoping I get expanded around here.
I don't think that's a flattering thing to say.
Doesn't have to be flattering. It just has to be true. At least I remember hearing Project for the New American Century. It was like a 9/11 type thing. Yeah, you were right to associate it with 9/11.
I might be a fool. I might be foolishly fooling myself into believing that I've done my filters properly when I've actually done them quite poorly.
Yeah, it happens.
Let's try that.
That's how it is.
No, I'm way too quiet now. Okay, it's weird. Testing. 1, 2. AJ is still quiet? I mean, I don't know what else to do with him.
That's controversial. You would actually turn yourself down and then turn me up is how that would work. It's typically an audio thing, that things are loud or quiet in relation to other things.
I know, we're at the same relative, whatchamacallit. I don't know.
Well, depends on where our peaks are going.
Yeah, it looks like our peaks are in the same place. You're just, like, generally speaking at a lower register. Like, when you said okay right there, you were, like, so quiet. You were so quiet, It was crazy.
Yeah, that's just sort of my...
God damn it, I keep clicking properties instead of filters. Expander.
Powerful way of speaking.
Threshold.
That makes me quieter than most people.
Output game. Okay.
You know, learn to sit back and observe. Not everything needs a reaction.
There we go. That should be a lot better. Dun, 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 There we go. Now we finally figured out how to have good audio, and no one will be complaining about the audio of the stream. Animal Jayson, what books should I get? I finally convinced her to, like, spend her money on things, and now she's like, I need to buy everything in the world.
That's how it feels. That's genuinely just like that's just real. You know?
Should read the
It's just
idiot
a
mouse.
real ass Count of Monte Cristo. That damn man, they're making books based on everything nowadays. Fucking Legos and fucking Pop Tarts. Now they're making movies based on sandwiches. Come on. What's next? The Duke of Reuben with sauerkraut? Huh? Hmm?
No, you misunderstand. The Count is actually based on the cereal Count Chocula.
Oh my god. What were they thinking?
All right, the Arlo sandwich. I need theory.
Back in the day, they made a show called The Earl of Sandwich. You'd see him fucking eating new sandwiches and all kinds of new adventures. And now,
It's
it takes a
takes the
whole
end of the
fucking
season.
season.
I need a sandwich.
Takes until the end of the season, and he's like, "What if I put food between two slices of bread?" The so-called greatest video game composer of our time, and this is what he makes. I mean, come on. Let's be realistic. Just beeps and boops. I mean, it's like sucking. It's like fucking Nintendo Entertainment System. Come on now.
Why isn't the music good? Where's all the new gen instruments? I guess the Lummi will have to do.
Marvel
Okay,
fans watching it.
I should say we're not gonna read all the lines, by the way. We're gonna go through this in a timely manner.
Yeah, we're not the readers this time around.
Don't worry, we'll read when we do Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4, which we'll of course do on stream. For Animal Jayson's first time experiencing them, of course.
Can you kill people? Anyone can kill people. It's a matter of who has the right. Who has the right to the legal monopoly on force.
Gotta get the grace mechanic.
The laws weren't made for earthly cats like us.
Are you brain dead? Toby Fox should have more, like, words like that. Brain dead. I'm too loud? That's not true. There's no way that's true.
Toby Fox has never used an offensive word in any of his video games.
Some are saying. Did you know that by pressing X, you can move slow in Undertale? Did you know?
You know that by playing Undertale, you can sort of get no hose?
Do not be afraid, my child. I am Toria, caretaker of the...
Why is she British, though?
She's royal. Name
Oh my
one
God.
non-British royalty.
Oh my god, the Earl of Sandwich. We were just talking about him.
We're gonna hope that I fixed the thing.
Completely sexless universe. Toby makes games for fucking babies. What are you talking about?
I was literally talking to her about this a bit ago. Like, she was like, "Do you think Chris is gonna transition? Do you think that Chris is gonna have boobs?" I'm like, no character in Undertale Deltarune has fucking boobs. What are you talking about?
I mean, Sans makes jokes about, like, fucking people's moms. That's not, saying. Picking up what I'm putting down on that one. said that Chris isn't. There's just there's two types of gay story. There's gay just exists and is not commented upon as normal, and just a universe in which that's not a controversial thing.
Yeah, a
And
universe
there's
in
shit
which
that's actually good.
everyone is gay.
Yeah. You know, Undertale is the gay is just there. Like, there's never been like a homophobe in the history of Undertale. That's
He hasn't
not
played
real.
the new chapters. He doesn't know.
God.
He doesn't know they introduced a
I know
homophobic character.
everything. Yeah, they introduced fucking homophobic Sans. Sans that's homophobic.
It's flattening and make AJ cut out? Making AJ cut out? Are you positive? I'll adjust the fucking filters. Hold on.
Yeah, filter me. Filter me out.
If I remove the compressors and expanders, what happens now? Animal Jayson, speak, obviously. Speak!
I
I don't know,
hate gaming. I hate video games.
I might have to turn you down a bit. It's, that should be fine.
In the world of hosting, there's no homophobia or transphobia. Yeah. People just do that stuff. I don't know. I understand why. It's just also lame as fuck.
They have assorted humps and lumps. I'm gonna make the first good gay video game. Okay, when you say good gay video game, you mean one with gameplay where they have sex, like, because those two things. That's the only two things that you're referring to. They have sex and it's like a shmup or something is what you're having in mind.
They're gonna remake God of War and they're gonna put some men in this gay sex minigame. The sex minigame is gonna be bisexual now, and it's gonna be
they're gonna have like a underage twink, as was normal at the time.
Yeah.
God of War is actually story slop. It's
It is kinda.
We just call anything.
We can acknowledge that there's degrees, right? There's a progression of history where, like, is Metal Gear Solid 1 a story slop? I mean, by the standard of its time, yes. But we can look back now and be like, this is pretty gameplay dense by the standards of, like, 15 years later.
I think we should let words have meaning.
Sex is a shmup if you think about it. That's some shit Ice Cactus would say. God of Woke finally with pederasty. You know, quite frankly, most remakes nowadays do feel like the equivalent of they remade my favorite game and now the main character is a pederast. Like, you go play the Persona 3 remake and you're just like, that's not literally what happened, but I do feel like that's about as bad as what just happened.
Undertale is okay. We're not using the word slop anymore. I've tried to remove slop from my vocabulary, just a little bit, right? Like, I realize, like, oh, like, this originates from fucking 4chaners calling shit goy slop. I should probably not say this all the time for everything.
Finally, Makoto Persona 3 can be a pederast. Yeah, just like in Persona 3 Portable. Finally. Persona 3 Portable fans, when they finally remake that and they remove the pederasty. No! No!
I'm just a silly little lady who worries too much. It's crazy how she killed people in the newest Deltarune chapter.
What did you guys do?
It's crazy
for
how
Mother's
she
Day?
fucks Sans on screen in the newest Deltarune chapter, and Animal Jayson doesn't know yet.
That's big if true. Slop is off the menu. Unfortunately, Slop is on the menu, which is why it's sort of a tactical mistake to abandon the word, but, you know.
Did you just call me Mom? This is, like, traumatizing her. She had, like, so many human children. And after you said you wanted to call me Mother. Okay, I'm not sure this is an entirely sexless game. I think this is problematic media. It's a little bit. Like,
Yeah, this is actually
about
Diddy.
that. Don't fucking say that shit.
This is actually a Diddy Blood game.
Toby
I mean,
Fox
you
did
literally
say
play
he
as
was
a-
the king of arrow gaze.
You literally play as a child, and there's adults in it, so...
Those who know?
Those who know? We got 4 Deltarunes before Undertale 2. GTA 5 came out before Deltarune. That's actually crazy. People were calling Silksong like the GTA 5 of indie games, but it's actually Deltarune. The goal with Undertale today? The goal is that the last 700 times that we recorded this game by playing through it, it turns out all the settings were wrong.
Who actually likes butterscotch? Let's think about
Me.
that.
Me? Silksong is actually Deltarune.
You
It's
prefer
true.
butterscotch to cinnamon?
I don't know. I've never had butterscotch in any form other than just, like, hard candy. I haven't had a butterscotch pie, you know? Who the fuck has ever had a butterscotch pie? I didn't even know butterscotch came in forms other than the candy.
That had no sound. Low-key wanna rub it between Toriel's folds. But what a pleasant thing to say.
Low Kirkenuanly? Could have said that. Would have made it far more grotesque. I really hate to trip, but I got a Loke.
With a double sphere combo. Who said you could push me around? This game is kind of like The Last Jedi if you think about it. The fuck are you talking about?
Fuck?
Sir, you didn't need to say that. You didn't need to say those words.
I mean, I'm always saying that to him. You know that's like his whole deal. His whole steez.
His whole deal?
I mean, pretty much, yeah. User was banned for this post. I do think it's crazy. I don't know. I was one of the guys that came out of the theater from Last Jedi and was like, that wasn't great. Like, there were some cool thematic things going on, but like ultimately just completely flubbed in the face of like the amount of shit in it that sucked. And I really emerged into a world where it was like, actually, it's the worst movie ever because that knife disappeared. And all the stuff that was interesting was actually a betrayal of the white race.
I went into the movie with like a normal person.
Yeah, and I came out a neo-Nazi, of course. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. I liked it at the time, but I had not watched that many movies at that point. I watched it in theaters, and I was just like, this is fine. I wish they had I mean, they almost... I could tell that they like kind of wanted to make a Knights of the Old Republic movie, and they just like couldn't because it's a Disney film. I'm just like, God damn it, man! If you guys had just, if you'd really just stuck to your guns and made a Knights of the Old Republic movie, this would have been pretty cool. But unfortunately, no. Doesn't Napstablood's design kind of stand out? Aren't there certain characters that are just like drawn by a different person? That literally
I don't believe
a thing?
Napsta. I don't believe Napsta was.
I don't know. It was just wild, like living in that world for a little while and being like, why is apparently the problem with this movie all the parts that were good and all the parts that were bad are just kind of being forgotten? Why do I live in opposite? That was the moment I entered Opposite World, and everything became what it shouldn't have been. Get out of here, Abrams.
Spider donut time?
That's what I said to J.J. Abrams at the time. I was like, let's get out of here. That's you and me, We're gonna go to, that's when I took him to the vet to have him put down. But he actually survived the operation.
I'm not getting Pink Mercy text. That's for, like, hipsters or some shit.
What? Pink Mercy text? What did you mean?
Yeah, you can change the color of the Mercy text from yellow to pink.
Why would you do that? Is there a point? Is there an idea?
For fun. I'm not doing the pink text. That's stupid.
Why do you all want the pink text? What's the...
Do a poll. I'm telling you no. Applying incel logic to me right now.
Freemer, you actually have to, kind of do what I want.
I was talking about, like, excuse me, Silent Hill 3 is, like, way more progressive than, F.
Yeah.
And, it's like, Silent Hill 4, did feel like a step back, but, let's, for the sake of comparison, let's exclude that. And someone was like, no, I don't think it's a step back. I feel like, it's just about a different thing. It's about how, Walter is an incel. And I'm like, I don't think that's, it's kind of not about gender. It's kind of as much about gender as the first game was. Just, like, not much.
I mean, the thing that makes Silent Hill 3 interesting is that it takes that all of the other games are about like observing the things that happen to women as a male character.
Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna be stuck here forever.
And then Silent Hill 3 is just actually like, what if we just had you play as the woman this time though? What if we actually like just had you play from that perspective? And it's kind of more effective in that way. It is unironically kind of like I would think Silent Hill was broadly more misogynist as a franchise, if not for 3. Because I would just be like, well, these games are about women suffering, but it's always come from the perspective of a man discovering it.
Yeah, Born from a Wish, that's why Born from a Wish is,
Yeah, that's why Born from a Wish is good. It's why the fact that they didn't remake it is fucking absurd. Like, you remade Silent Hill 2, but you're not going to remake the part that kind of completes it.
So definitely a thing I feel is, like, they definitely realized... How do I say this? It feels like, with 1, they weren't really, like, realizing the gender stuff, and then they just sort of leaned into it a bit more with the way they were changing things from the first game in 2. And then, like, at the end of 2, I think they, like, had a bit of self-awareness, like, this is a game that's about sexism, but it's from the male perspective. Maybe we should make a woman game.
Yeah, the first ever woman game.
First ever woman type game.
I don't think I got Born from a Wish. I mean, it's fine. It's just like a... It's not even that great of, like, an expansion, but it's just, like, you kind of need this here. And it's just... You know, dare I say, toning down Maria's outfit and being like, we're actually being a little bit more progressive by toning down the outfit, and then just, like, not including her part of the story that exists and which you could have just very easily adapted. It's like a fucking hour long. It's like, come on, guys.
No, it has to be twice as long for no fucking reason. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah. Come the fuck on.
Oh, it's green in between. It's green in between. It's green in between. Did you know there's green in Undertale? Is this the room that pretends to rotate the camera? It's some sort of room. Why is her name Blue?
What does she even do?
What does she even Blue?
Ray's voice acting in the remake sucks. Yeah, because she's a British actress pretending to be American, and you can hear her struggling against it all the fucking time. There's just really important scenes where she's very obviously, like, failing to hide her British accent.
Are you hurt? Not a scratch. Impressive. Hell yeah, I'm so good at this game.
I think she's Icelandic. Yeah, they should have gotten Bjork. Why didn't they get Bjork to voice Maria?
Every time this old tree grows any leaves, they fall right off. Toriel is 30. 97%. Do you smell that? Fart noise. I made the same fucking joke, I think, the first time. You smell that, Renamon? Gas leak.
Bjork will never be in movies again because of Lars von Trier. I mean, movies will never be good again because of Lars von Trier, if you know what I'm saying.
This is it.
Remember when Lars von Trier said, "Okay, I'm a Nazi"? What did he mean by this?
Little everyman plush. Very Yuminiki. Why did the skeleton want a friend? Because she was feeling lonely. Ah, the cactus, truly the most tsundere of plants. There are, like, legitimately people who, like, think that... who are, like, upset about... the things that... they're like, oh, Toby Fox is, like, making fun of Japanese culture, and he's making fun of anime.
Personally, I simply think it's cringe. I think it's a little bit Reddit.
It's you. It's Reddit to reference tsundere?
To do it in that way, yeah.
To do it in that way.
Do it in that
Meaningless
particular
statement.
way. Meaningless statement. Me when I hate nuance. Me when I hate the idea that things can be good sometimes and bad other times.
Okay, well, what's bad? What's cringe about it?
Cinderella is like a level 1 type otaku reference, you
Level
know?
1 medias.
That's kind of a level 1 media type of reference. Oh, you've seen Neon Genesis Evangelion? Wow, what a surprise. You're such a deep cut. It's a little known series.
I just think, you know, it's an
It's a little
it's
entry
a
level.
cute little, neat little observation, you know?
Lots of plants have spines. That's the thing about it.
Okay. Doesn't make it
Cacti
any
are not
less
the
neat.
only plants that
Well,
have spines.
cacti are very interesting. I think there are some members of chat which would, you know, agree about the interesting nature of cactuses, of cactusi.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why they can tell Alphys if anime is real or not. That's the thing, is Alphys is a fraud. That's her character. She's like a fake. She is like a Reddit otaku.
We're gonna have more discussions about Alpheus later, I'm sure.
I've said all I have to say.
Yeah, you've said things which are wrong and stupid. It's like a.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've been a
Game
stupid bastard who's wrong about everything.
game wherein character redemptions are earned through battles, like in fucking Dragon Ball Z, and she's the only one who doesn't get one, and therefore in the ludic language of the game, she literally does not earn her redemption.
I don't think that that's how that works. No. The ludic language of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, if anything, like that's the opposite of redemption. This is when they come into conflict with you.
Mm-hmm. Lars von Trier from Steven Universe.
Honestly, I feel like the Hitler Steven Universe comics there too for some reason.
Kind of miserable. I'll have to watch that show at some point. It's just I'm a little locked in on like stuff for adults, like Deadlock, so I don't have time for baby shows.
I went a little too early. Or late.
I'll get another very Tumblr boyfriend who's really into that kind of stuff, and he'll show it to me. That'll be my excuse to watch Steven Universe. I didn't finish it because I kind of aged out of it near the end, and I think they leaned more into that near the end. Yeah.
Go away.
Near the end of Steven Universe, where they were showing one episode every 6 months. It's very easy to age out of Steven Universe when their production schedule is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, okay. I didn't lose.
Let's bring back, is the game too nice to Alphys or not? The game... You know? My argument
Notice
is
how
truly
she
just...
gets slam dunked into a fucking trash can.
Oh my god, this is a little funny comedy scene. It's different.
Different? We should fucking stab her in the chest? That's how she earns her redemption?
Yeah. It's a weird case.
I'm not save even a single child.
You know, it's one of those weird cases where oh, this is like a children's thing, so they don't want to get into like the realities of like war crimes and shit. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender, they're not gonna fucking show you the stacks of bodies, right? But
There
in the
are
case
straight
of
up
Undertale,
stacks of bodies in like this,
yeah,
the
that's the
dead
weird thing.
children. That
That's what's
happens.
weird. That's what's weird to me about Undertale is that it's like, but there are stacks of dead bodies. So like, why are they not? Why are they afraid to be like Alphys? Kind of like did some war crimes. When Entrapta in fucking She-Ra like kind of gets away with war crimes, I'm like, well, they didn't show her fucking killing people on the screen. They didn't show the fucking charred corpses, so I guess it's fine.
I think
But in
this is ignoring the context of the matter.
This is actually ignoring the deep context that actually made the genocides that she did fine.
She didn't do any genocide. She didn't kill anybody.
This is actually like Unit 731 is not that bad if you think about the context.
Oh
Which is
my
that
god.
which is that in Japanese culture it's considered very rude to be a prisoner of war.
Who did she imprison? You're just making shit up.
In Japanese culture, it's considered very impolite to be mad if someone freezes your arm to experiment on frostbite.
That's not what happened. She, like, injected eternal life juice into dying people.
Uh-huh.
Like, the definition of a case where it's like, how is she supposed to know?
Mm-hmm. How was I supposed to know what would happen when I poured hot magma on that guy's head? I've never seen it done. I've never seen that happen.
Literally, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like he knows it's a false equivalence, but he's pretending to be stupid on purpose.
What do you mean stop injecting determination into my baby? First of all, it's not poison, it's some other shit.
It's not
Plus,
poison.
scientists haven't even discovered the ramifications of its hazards yet. Bitch ass hoe.
Eleanor is right that Alphys wasn't acting on malice, the bad thing was covering it up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how Alfie said that she was a Nazi and she understands Hitler at the annual nose-nosing competition. That's what Animal Jayson, like, genuinely believes.
Yeah. She said she can see herself with him in the bunker at the end. That's literally what she said, you know?
Yeah, you actually talk to her in chapter 4, and you're talking to her about the bunker, and she says, the only bunker I want to be in is the bunker with Hitler. I would stop him from killing himself. I think...
Yeah. She said the only person I want to bunk with more than the fish girl, I forget her name, is Adolf Hitler.
I like to imagine she did say the fish girl. I forgot her name.
The fish. I mean, let's be real. Asgore is a little bit Hitler-like.
You forgave Asgore. You like Asgore.
I can understand what it was like for him in the castle at the end there, you know?
Pause? You just accused Alpheus of understanding Hitler in the bunker, and now you're saying I understand this Hitler-like character in the castle in the end. Let's think about this one.
Thoughts on mixtape? Someday I'll be able to, the day is coming when I can say that Gone Home is also reactionary millennial nostalgia slop, and people won't immediately just like...
Fuck gives a damn about Gone Home?
People won't just immediately activate their fucking, I played it like 8 months ago or whatever. Remember that? Remember when I did that?
I don't remember that at all.
I do. I remember it all. I remember it so you don't have to.
What if instead of forgiveness we gave them forgiveness?
Part of a gloop that's a gloop and a Fergie?
That's a bit disrespectful to Fergie. She was Fergie-licious, okay?
Gone Home is here a stand-in for all millennial slop, which is also like Life is Strange and like Tumblr millennial garbo.
We should. When are we gonna stream? Geek?
That is kind of a similar kind of. That's what that is, but for men.
I mean, the whole thing about Yeek is that it's critiquing, like, the thing. It's...
Yeah, that's kind of the problem at the end of the day, isn't it?
It's a story about a fucking loser obsessed with the 90s who, like, makes up a story, and then you play that story.
I think Gone Home was Gen X, actually. It was made by millennials. I've seen the pictures. I know, like, some of the names of the people who worked on these things, because they also worked on Bioshock 2.
2 balls.
I played Gone Home when you could be reading the manhwa No Home. Yeah. Why play Sweet
Why would I
Home
ever
for the
read a
NES?
manhwa?
Why play Sweet Home for the NES when you could watch Sweet Home, the Netflix adaptation of the whatever the fuck webtoon, whatever it was?
I watched the movie Sweet Home, which the NES game was based on. Sorry, the Famicom game. It's not an NES game. It never came to...
Yeah, me when I'm
actually...
the biggest weeboo of all time. You should watch the movie House.
I'm always watching the movie House.
Yeah. Isn't the sister Riot Girl or something? Gen X? I mean, there's a certain amount of Gen X nostalgia there, but that's because Gen X nostalgia also kind of is millennial nostalgia, right? In the sense that, like...
See, laughs. Dad was wrong.
Stuff that is, like, late millennial nostalgia is also kind of, like, early Gen Z nostalgia, right? Like... You know what I'm saying? In the way that these things kind of cross over. I'm just saying, I believe the people who work for the Fulbright company literally just are millennials. Just very directly, just in a very matter-of-fact kind of way. That's what they are.
It's that one speed gif.
Me when I'm Sonic? House of Leaves? True. This is a Zillennial? Yeah. I'm a Zillennial, I can say it.
Are you a Zillennial?
Yes.
Or are you a true Lennial?
A true cell, yeah.
We're not saying slop anymore, we're not saying cell, we're not saying pilled, we're not saying maxing. No more 4chan words.
You're an idealist.
I'm right.
I'm a
morally
materialist,
correct.
You're an idealist.
Oh, I just have to eat, I can't be vegan because, meat is so tasty. I can't not use racist words.
God.
They're so funny.
I could change the world by changing the way I speak about it. I can meaningfully change what things are, you know?
What a, silly-ass pattern.
Get me out of here. Get me out of this hell world that I live in. I'm just saying, You're kind of lib maxing, whereas I'm more of a materialism Sal.
Am I though?
Yeah.
I can only see moving things.
For the bug gloop, there's a gloop and a slurgy.
He has this attack? What?
Yeah, there's all kinds of new stuff going on in the world all the time.
Someone's been smoking dog treats. What a good joke. My brother has a very special attack.
We smoking dung beetle.
It's an easy way to keep it in mind. Imagine a stop sign. You see a stop sign, you stop, right? Stop signs are red, so imagine a blue stop sign instead. Simple, right? When fighting, think about blue stop signs.
Like glue attack. There are glue attacks out there. That's real.
It's called coming on someone.
It's not really an attack. Well, I guess it could be. It's neutral.
It's an assault.
It could be. Like, sometimes that's you know...
It's more like a status move.
Play. Different people have different beliefs about when and where they'd like for that to happen, if at all.
I mean, arguably a punch isn't an attack if it's consensual.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Only attacks are attacks. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, hold on.
You're gonna miss the best part. Sans, what did you do? What a good bit. You slippery slut! You solved it so easily! It's perfect weather for something cold. I'm green. Your concern and care for Ball led you to a delicious victory. You are awarded 1 Cysternodecahedron. What a classic Toby Core joke. Little joke there.
Hello. Should get meal at the restaurant store. That's my favorite Death Grips album.
One more. Let's take a personality test one more time. This time we'll get a good personality, surely.
Yeah. Been working on that.
Your surefire accuracy put an end to the mayhem at ball. Monster Kids word search. Good bit. What a great bit.
Year of the Grinch? I actually hope the Grinch comes back.
That's for Baby Bones. And it's weird, like, they foreshadow Baby Bones, but he never shows up.
Yeah. Kind of a dropped plot thread there.
Plate of frozen spaghetti. It's so cold. It stuck to the table.
Get the tiny abilities so you can fit in that hole. It's a real thing in Baldur's Gate 3. That's very real. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 lately with the oomphs, you know? So it's kind of on the mind. Baldur's Gate 3 might be the most... It might be one of the more overrated games that's ever been made. It's actually crazy how fucked up, like... People, when that game came out, people were like, this is the game that proves that AAA developers are just lazy, because look how amazing this game is. And it's like, this is a very normal Western RPG. I don't know what the fuck. What are you people talking about? I think people just like turn-based combat and don't realize it.
They love turn-based combat. They just hate Japanese culture.
Yeah. Yeah, they just hate Japanese people. They just hate Dragon Quest because it's got Riz. It's got sauce. It's got aura.
I wouldn't say that about Dragon Quest.
You wouldn't say that Dragon Quest has aura.
It has Toriyama's art style, and then that's the one thing it has.
Toriyama's art style doesn't have aura? Is that what you're saying?
Like
Famous
the rest
Toriyama
of the game.
fan?
The rest of the game doesn't... It's auraless, you know? It's carried, you know? It's aura farming, but, you know, if you're aura farming, do you really have natural aura, if you think about it?
If you have to farm it? Do you really have food if you have to farm? Like, let's be realistic.
You know, that's a good point.
Oriyama.
We know it's not the most overrated game because we're currently watching that one.
That's actually so true.
There are people who like hate Undertale though, so it's hard to.
Undertale is like Baldur's Gate for weeaboos and zoomers.
That's Persona 5.
No,
It's 1 billion.
yes,
Persona 5.
actually. Yeah, because Persona 5 was hit with the whole, like, it's finally the first good JRPG. And it's like, there's 2 previous games that are identical to this one. They're the same fucking game. What are you motherfuckers talking about? Disco Elysium is also that for, like... No, because Disco Elysium is actually really good. But it is, like... Damn, dude. No game hits like Disco Elysium. Like, what can I even... There's nothing else like this. And it's like, how about books, brother? How about a book by like, a Russian guy?
Why don't you play a TTRPG with, like, someone who knows how to write? It's like, well,
yeah.
hard to come by.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, though.
Playing my first game with good writing? There's nothing like this in... Holy crap.
The fucking the Marvel memes thing that's like Marvel bros when they watch anime for the first time. Why is the writing good?
No, it's anime bros when they watch Marvel for the time.
Oh, that's even
Where's
funnier.
the child porn?
That's even fucking funnier.
It's so fucking funny, especially like with consideration to people will like actually get mad at you for posting that shit. People would be like, come on.
Turn of Darkness, Sanity's Requiem had good writing. I've never played that. Should I play Dragon Quest IV? I had not considered that there was a Dragon Quest IV. Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I was like, yeah, Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. And then there's like 8, and there's 11. And that's it. That's all the Dragon Quests.
Generous hitbox there.
You say NRS hitbox?
Generous.
Oh, I was gonna say.
You definitely look like I got hit.
Since when do you know about fucking NRS hitboxes? Dragon Quest IV is the Persona 1 of Dragon Quest games. That's actually an insane fucking thing to say, but maybe I understand what it means. Like, I could. I may well understand what that means.
Dogs and pet other dogs? See, this is a joke because they're the one heterosexual couple in the game. Or something.
Yeah, this is a world where straight people are legal. That's actually the real twist of Undertale. 'Cause that's why they killed whoever the fuck it was, whatever that character's name was.
Greetings,
They're
I'm
straight.
Kara Dreamer. Gotta think about how to pronounce that. Short for character, if you didn't know.
Short for carrot.
Kakarot. Well, Kakarot, I see you're full of determination. Think about that. Think about that for a second.
Freaking epic.
It's crazy how easy it is to do English Vegeta impression.
This game's so boring. It's making me yawn, actually, with how boring it is. World where being gray Void Stranger is the norm. You know, someday I'll get these kinds of jokes.
Listen,
I have to
the
get
things I
Oracle
have to
in
say
Deadlock.
about this fucking game. Why? I should have streamed Void Stranger, honestly. Should have deleted my Void Stranger save to stream Void Stranger from the beginning.
Oh my
for Animal
god,
Jayson to
I'm
watch.
not gonna... I'll play it. I'm gonna play it.
When are you gonna play it?
Whenever I even want. I have to get Oracle in Deadlock. I have to prove I'm good at video games before I played sort of a, you know, one of those.
Are vegetables white English? If you think about it, you know, Sans and Papyrus are kind of like a Nappa Vegeta type situation. You know, they're just like a big guy and a small guy.
Big guy, small guy is a famous dynamic.
I can't think of any other examples. I'm a Dragon Ball fan. I can only think of the Saiyan.
Yeah. I mean, it's relative, you know. Broly is a big guy compared to Goku, who is in relative terms a small guy.
The slippery soap smells like lemons.
White vegetables such as asparagus. I mean, there's the white stem. You gotta cut that part off. You know?
He's so mean sometimes. Okay, let's
New
think about
picture
this.
has
Let's think
messed
about
up.
this.
I like how you call them pictures instead of, like, art. It's not your new art, it's your new picture. Kind of like Martin Scorsese.
I'm a genius. A weight has been lifted. Looks so angry. Dun. There he is. A little guy, eh?
You don't get a lick of EXP. I actually hate licking my XP.
How do I get the guy in here? I'll figure it out one day. See, we don't understand is that he's stopping time to move across the room.
It's just a gamer joke. It's simply a gamer joke. That's all there is to it. %, accuracy is actually like 50%. Just gamer things. Just gamer jokes.
I'm about to level up, and you look like just enough EXP.
Beer has a dog face on it. You know, not many notice this small detail.
Ow. You know, it's gauntlet. It's a good joke.
I'm gonna start being such a contrarian that I say this game's not even funny.
You were laughing at this game last time we played. What are you talking about?
I'm actually gonna I'm just gonna reverse my opinions purely for just to be fucked up and evil about it.
I think that's what you're doing with the entirety of your opinion on it, honestly. Only an evil person would hate Alfie's, honestly.
Only an evil person would hate Hitler.
Didn't you just say you understand Hitler? You understand this guy who's like Hitler?
He was actually neurodivergent, so how dare I say that You know, he was bad.
I don't think that Alfie's killed, like, millions of people.
It's actually fine to kill people if it's only a few.
She didn't kill anyone! She's the opposite of killing people, arguably.
It's actually fine to go down to the cancer ward and just start beating people to death.
She didn't hurt anybody.
Not much of a contrarian, Joe. Joe Chuck?
No class at all. Crazy how good Chapter 4 is, and also Chapter 3 of Deltarune.
Blair, you actually can't do Lara Croft cancer jokes because you're, like, 12. So you weren't there for that. You weren't alive when that video was produced. You weren't alive during the Clinton years, and therefore you cannot make jokes about gaming in the Clinton years.
Welcome to Snowden.
Am I not allowed to listen to Nirvana now either?
They should.
You're allowed to-
This
no.
sprite looks so fake. This sprite doesn't look like a real part of Undertale. Why is it, like, backlit?
Yeah. We're talking about YouTube videos that were funny in 2007 based on public access TV footage that was from, like, 1998. You know, we're just... You know? You're also not allowed to make I'm a fire in my laser jokes. Like, you can't make fun of that. You can't make jokes about that.
Can you make sincere jokes about that, though? Can you actually say that you are firing your laser?
Yeah. I fired lasers in a lot of video games. Like, it's a pretty common activity to do.
What a funny face.
Yeah, me when I'm Donkey Kong.
It's crazy how this rabbit is, like,
was.
completely purple. Looks a bit more blue. And purple.
That's not true.
No, yeah, it's the same rabbit who,
I'm starting to think you're colorblind.
No, like, in Deltarune, she's completely purple. She's, like, super purple.
She's purple for an amazing reason.
Why are they playing the game over theme? Is my little cinnamon just the cutest? When was so adorable? That's a good joke.
It's actually Reddit. I gotta stop doing that. It's an extinctual habit, you know?
Your
don't wanna do
fucking
that.
4chan is coming out? Spilling out of you? This town doesn't have a mayor, but if there's ever a problem, a skeleton will tell a fish lady about it. That's politics. Politics Bear. You gotta love Politics Bear. What a good...
Yeah, that's my favorite YouTube channel. Politics Bear.
I want new drinks and hot guys. Yep, that's getting screenshotted.
Yep, that one's going in my cringe compilation. Remember that? Remember Shrek?
You're
Shrek
like
image?
bringing out all the hits, aren't you?
Yeah. Giga Boots was playing Eternal Darkness. Did it end?
Touch it. God, it's so good. So good. Undertale's so good. It's playing poker against itself. It appears to be losing. I want to see the erasure of our local culture.
The difference between firing my laser or Lara Croft breast cancer is that the latter is funny. That's not. We weren't discussing the merits of the jokes. We were discussing whether you're allowed to make them.
I remember watching I'm Firing My Laser as a child. Okay, so if you think about it, right? They say that, you know, a human can't absorb a monster's soul. But, like... What if you put the rock in your mouth and then killed it? Then you would absorb the monster's soul. Because it's inside of you already, right?
You know, these are the kinds of questions that Toby doesn't want us asking.
Exactly. He's too afraid.
Yeah, they call him Toby the Coward Fox.
That looks so shitty.
Me when I'm an Undertale fan, yeah, everything in this game looks like shit, and it sucks.
This game looks like shit. It's awesome.
I was watching Laser Collection as it came out. You were in the womb at the time, so you
Library, I hope somebody got fired for that mistake.
Sure hope we can start killing people soon. In real life. Because I'm a twisted monster.
That goes hard, I think. Start from the beginning. Are cool as heck. They turn to dust. I sure hope that there's no, how do I make this about Azrael's dust? I sure hope that, Chris didn't stab Azrael with a 1,000-degree jello knife, and then, the ashes of Azrael got on a book, and then the book turned into Ralsei in Deltarune. I sure hope that wasn't, that's not... That'd be so sad. And also that happened to, like, a second character for somebody.
I hate gaming. I'm starting to think it's just, you know, get rid of it all. What's it even here for? Down. Sorry, I'm just like going off on a going off on a little bit of a wild ride. Mr. Bones. Sega Saturn. What if this game came out on the Sega Saturn? They should do a port. Realistically, like, what's the constraint that would stop them from porting this to Sega Saturn?
It's coded like shit, so it never...
Many Sega Saturn games probably are. Realistically speaking. I think Burning Rangers was like a masterpiece of programming.
Some might say. Some might say.
I've seen Salamander 3. I've seen 3 Salamanders. At, like, minimum. Three Salamanders is luxurious. I mean, grand total over the course of one's life, it's really not that crazy. You can cover that shit in, like, one day if you lived in a certain place. And that place is Salamander City. Salamander City population U. Why are we? Yeah, why are we calling me Joe? Joe Anderson?
Aren't you Animal Jayson?
Samoa Joe? You know Samoa Joe is in Deadlock? He voices one of the characters. Pretty funny little tidbit for a guy like me. Samoa Joseph. Samoa Jonathan.
Attraction sign. You know, the one thing that would really improve Undertale is if Virus fucking took his cock out and started jacking off. I'm Juno.
There are people out there saying that. And realistically, you can find anyone saying anything, but you know, that's one of the more crazy ones that's even out there right now.
Why doesn't Virus have boobs? I don't understand. Is this non-problematic medias?
I actually do prefer when the medias are problematic, if you can fucking believe it.
It depends on what we're defining as problematic. There's like a racist, and then there's like has sex in it.
Oh, spaghetti code. I get it, I get it. It's like his favorite dish. It's crazy how all of these songs have been ruined by being in every YouTube video.
Why didn't Toby Fox think of this and copyright all of his music the whole time?
Yeah, he should have. He should have done that. He honestly should have. Are they in your YouTube videos? No. I try to use stuff that's a little bit more underground, a little bit more indie, you know.
Yeah, like Persona 5 underneath the mask.
Yeah.
No one's ever heard of this one before. No one's ever heard of this Celeste song before.
Yeah.
Valid.
No one's
though.
ever heard of video games before.
They should make video games. Has anyone ever thought of this?
Image of fucking Control Alt Delete image. Fucking hey, you hear about video games?
I don't think I equipped... There we go.
Surprise, yeah.
It's like, why am I taking damage?
I didn't even really like Last Surprise when that game came out. It's crazy, you know. Element of Toby's sort of foolishness that he didn't expect all of this to happen, you know?
This is a really good bit. I can appreciate it.
Making video games is hard. You know, one of these days I'll make one and we'll discover if it's hard or not. And there's like a non-zero chance that I end up going like this shit's actually easy as fuck, and you all just suck. It's just lame as shit.
Turns out that 99% of the assets, the money put into video games is on cutscenes. If you didn't just know how many cutscenes, you can make a video game.
Yeah, if you just don't do any cutscenes, it's actually pretty easy.
Animal Jayson unfortunately became the next story shit purveyor.
Story shit.
It's the non-racist terminology.
Zeep is fed up with your nonsense and is walking home. Zeep walks all the way home from stream.
Today I went to a big statue. It was about as big as a person.
Hmm.
Huh?
And what of it?
I was walking. It's relevant to the conversation, isn't it?
I guess walking is like it's one of those things that's around. You always kind of have to keep it in mind, even if it's sort of like a subtle element.
Mr. Dreamer. It's cool how his last name is just a junior jumble of murderer.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but Alphys is Hitler, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super duper child murderer, man.
That is an anagram for Hitler, yeah.
I don't think that is. The most Hitlerian thing about Alphys is that she's based on a Homestuck character. Which, as we all know, the most racist webcomic of all time. Well, okay. Some stiff
I'm actually
competition
gonna
there, actually.
I'm actually gonna go make that video. I'm gonna be like uncovering Undertale's dark secret that nobody knows about, and it's just gonna be like a video talking about how Homestuck was problematic. You know what I'm saying?
Pause this recording for a second.
Like that time I watched a video that was like Kojima's dark, fucked up shit that nobody even knows about it at all except for me. And it's just like, did you know that in Police Knots there's boobs? Have you heard of this little known game called Police Knots?
Give me a second.
It's crazy. You do kind of have to be in the top percentile of like ball knowers to like know what Police Knots is. Or like know any Hideo Kojima games except for Metal Gear. And it's still just like, wow, that's like the most basic bitch ass knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Crazy how gaming works.
Have you heard of this obscure game called Undertale?
Have you heard of this obscure webcomic called Homestuck? Not many people know, but it's actually what Toby worked on before he made Undertale.
It's crazy how Toby wrote Homestuck, and now he's starring in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Sort of made a self-insert. Fucked up.
It actually is morally wrong to make self-insert characters. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, instead of making self-insert characters, you should just make characters you want to have sex with. Then it's moral.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my god.
No, that's actually also wrong. It's wrong to make characters that you think are hot. Because you're literally making an object out of your sexual attractions.
Never thought about it like that. I think all media is problematic, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, if you make a character based on a person, then that's the same as being a Hitler rapist. That's what Persona fans told me. Sorry, that's what Hashino fans told me.
It's crazy out there.
He didn't even design the character.
Problematic.
Why am I even? I'm arguing with no one. I'm just saying things.
Yeah.
I had an experience recently.
Mm-hmm.
There's this gaming store, a retro gaming store, some might call it. Some might not call it that, depending on, you know. So I wanted to use a Wii controller for a Dolphin emulator, right?
Yeah.
But if you have like a third-party controller, like it doesn't like connect properly. So I'm like, okay, I have to get like a real Wii remote. And you know, shop local, you know, because it's probably cheaper than buying someone's fucking. Here's my $50 fucking 15-year-old Wii controller on Amazon. It's like, okay. But,
yeah.
Go to a local store. You know, the shit that they have in this like random ass place is like, this is pretty cool. They have a lot of movies. They have PS2 games, GameCube, Wii games. Like, wow, this would be like the background of the worst opinions of all time in a YouTube video.
Super Mario RPG, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3. Should go in there and sing that whole song. We used to have like a retro game store around here, and it closed down because I live in a nightmare. I live in a nightmare, and it's a nightmare you can't wake up from.
The thing about, you know, Canada is that there's like 3 cities, right? So everything's here. Everything's, you know, 1 or 2 hours away.
Yeah, it's the 3 cities.
Okay, there's like
Chinese history.
Literally there's like the best arcade in I don't want to say the continent, but it's probably top 5 in the continent. It's definitely number 1 in the country of Canada, though.
Yeah.
It's the Yume Arcade, small ass arcade. Right? It's not a barcade, and it's not like a fucking shitty chain bullshit where like, I mean, those are all barcades to it still, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like just a place for pinball, which is like the only. This is 3 things, right? Barcade, chain, which is usually a barcade, and pinball. It's the only 3 things. It's just a bunch of rhythm games. They have Tetris. They have the new Tekken. I believe it's the new Tekken. The Dance Dance Revolution.
I like Tekken 3D
shit.
or some shit. It's probably called Tekken 3D.
I don't think it's called Tekken 3D. And it was 7 or it was 8 or it was 9. I don't know. One of those numbers.
Yeah. Tekken 9's probably out by now.
Honestly,
If you think about it.
I'm gonna blink and miss Tekken 9. This game's pretty good. I like the music in this game. F-Zero sucks. I'm gonna go take a piss real quick.
Okay. I gotta play some F-Zero gaming, you know? Donkey Kong Jr. Math, Ninja Gaiden 1, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, Cruising USA. I gotta watch the movie. I gotta watch the 2nd season of the show. How did you take the Star Fox news, Bazip? That's a good question. Some furries were quite celebratory about the Star Fox, and some were quite down about it. You gotta wonder, you know? Me personally, I've never played any shit like that, so... Sorry, I'm burping. I don't play F-Zero, I just think Captain Falcon is sexy. That's a fair opinion. That's how most people feel about it. Do you hear the version that cuts out all the games that aren't on Switch Online? Yes. That is why I'm thinking of it. It's quite good.
I've returned. Let's finish. Let's do Waterfall, and then we'll call it quits for today.
Yeah, you do hate video games now, so you can't play them for that long.
I don't know. Let's just. Do you want to go further? You want to go all the way to Hotland?
No,
into Hotland?
no, not particularly. Because I also hate video games.
What's wrong with Hotland? What's wrong with Hotland? I mean, surely there's nothing in Hotland that you would, have any moral or ethical quandaries with. Surely.
There's nothing I have any moral or ethical quandaries with, actually. I have no moral code or compass of any kind. I have nothing that gives my life meaning or structure.
That's crazy. What about bad video games? Are you morally opposed to that?
That actually does sort of enliven my spirits and invigorate me to feel some things. That's actually kind of the crazy thing about me. I don't feel much in this world, but I do feel things about video games. It's actually my dark secret. Flippy in the new thing looks
so here
scary.
he stops time and brings you here. He time stops you and carries like pulling her up on the stairs, right?
That's a pretty epic JoJo reference, I'd say.
Like, they're always saying it's a JoJo reference, but nobody is admitting that it's Truth Nuke.
I don't approve of incel words like truth nuke.
That's actually true. I should stop saying that. It's actually truthful.
When the truth is full.
There's Part 6 is pretty good. It's crazy how people like Part 5.
Yeah, they shouldn't. I don't know what that is. I have a friend who's like a Part 5 enjoyer. And it's
Okay.
like the most it's the most potential man part.
Literally,
It's the
like,
most...
Holly did it. So I was like, why do you like Part 5? It's like, it's the most thematically resonant part. I'm like, you cannot themes and such JoJo and hate Part 6. That's the most themes and such part of them all.
Yeah, that's the one that actually does have like some stuff going on. Even if it's kind of nonsense.
My temperature actually raised. I got a little bit.
Part 5 is potential, man. Part 5 is every fight is cool until Araki doesn't know how to resolve it, and then he just fucks it up. And it's like, oh, well, the fight it could have been really good. That's every Part 5 defense. That's like the first like 70% of every fight is like the best fight in JoJo. And it's like, yeah, and then he ruins it in the final 30%. So who cares?
Crazy how they didn't have a good final fight at all. They just had just ended. What if the Part 3 fight was not epic? Part 3 had such a good final fight. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now he's stopping time in the scene.
Do you think Falco will do his famous down air in the Star Fox remake?
Hands off my cock!
Do you think he'll do his famous down air?
Hands off my cock!
From
That's
Super
what he
Smash
says.
Brothers Melee? It's the thing he's most known for at this stage of his career.
I don't think he will. I think they're giving up on giving up on making Star Fox good. So they're just
they're giving up on... Yeah.
They're giving up on Deltarune. There's no more Deltarune.
I'm gonna have to get a Wii U one day so I can play Star Fox Zero in its intended format. And just, like, make up my mind, you know?
I would say, why not play it on Steam? I'm like, oh yeah, they don't have a controller that can really...
controls, you know?
So one game you have to play on the Wii U. Like, controller-wise.
Yeah, they fixed the Wonderful 101 by making you not have to play it on the Wii U, so that's the crazy thing.
It's not the same. Some would say it's not the same. Some would say it's the non-definitive version. Some would say you're misunderstanding. You didn't really play the game if you... He loves to appear without moving, almost like he can stop time.
How did this character in a fictional setting do something that's not possible in real life? There must be some kind of logical explanation.
It's time stop. It's just time stop.
How did Bugs Bunny turn all big like that, like Elmer Fudd? It actually, it must be like a power that he has.
The thing is, that Sans actually does have powers, and it's the power of time stop.
Like, how do you stick his finger in that shotgun and, like, deflect the blast? That's not how shotguns work in real life.
It's just that Sans never does anything that can't be explained by time stop, is the thing about that.
That's actually also true about Bugs Bunny.
No?
That literally everything he does can be explained by, like, he stopped time and just did something else in the stop time.
The shotgun thing?
And, like, set it up, yeah. He just, like, in the stop time, like, fucked up his gun and made it not work right and like, backfire on him. It's not that sticking his finger in the gun, like, reversed it. It's actually just that he stopped time. When he turned into Elmer Fudd like that, he actually stopped time and had, like, a surgery really fast. and to make him look like that, and then he stopped it again and turned back.
What if that doesn't make any sense, though? As opposed to my explanation, which does make sense.
Doesn't make any sense. That's why it makes perfect sense. That's why it has exactly the same amount of sense that it makes.
This is kind of unique.
Yeah, I was playing Super Junkoid the other day. You should play that. Yourself being like a sort of an enjoyer of that kind of like Yume Nikki style of thing. Except in this case, it has gameplay, which is crazy. It's a crazy new
Really?
development in the Denpa subgenre. It's a Super Metroid ROM hack, so it has gameplay.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I think that's like the sequel to the other one,
The
right?
Junkoid, yeah. I didn't play the first one because fucking Metroid 1 is the worst game of all time, so I figured I wouldn't like it.
You say this, however... No, I can't even think of good, like, slander to turn around on. Metroid 1 isn't that bad.
You never actually can think of good slander to turn back on me, but like you do it anyway, so I don't know why you would stop now.
Well, you know, kind of like Sans, you know, I'm always stopping things, like time and such.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how I'm getting, reactions. I'm getting little react faces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, reaction content. You're actually kind of a React Andy right now.
When are we gonna react to the next manga comment video?
I mean, that was sort of a... Maybe if he talks about fucking Dodo and Pachi, maybe if he makes a fucking review of, what's it called? Birdcage, where he's like, this game's really great. I could respond to him and be like, actually, I disagree with your opinion. I disagree with that about you. About, you know, what you're saying. But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to do that.
I should do my epic reaction video to the Voids Changer video. Just came out.
Second post is a Reddit post that says Super Junkoid sucks. That would be because you're looking at Reddit.com, which is a sort of opposite world where the wrong opinion is always right. Review of Kuchi Pachi from Tamagotchi. Review of Dodon Pachi from Caveachi. That's actually crazy. That's like the filter test for every good YouTuber. Could you imagine them making a video about Dodon Pachi? And if not, they're not any good.
Could you imagine me making a video on Dodopachi?
Yeah. You did a video about fucking Krongo's Abyss, whatever it's called.
What?
You made a video about like Krongo's Requiem, whatever that game is called.
Death in Abyss.
Yeah. Actually not a pussy, you know. So I can actually call games the wrong name on purpose.
Some would say that is itself a Reddit joke. Some would say.
I guess it is kind of a Yahtzee thing.
That's like early H-Bomber guy.
Would you describe early H-Bomber guy as Reddit?
I have to think about that.
I really don't think he was. I think he was... I don't think he ever used that. He was like a Something Awful poster or some shit.
Yeah, but like spiritually, of course, which is the most important metric to judge things by.
I don't even think that either. I think he hides his power level pretty well.
Is liking Bloodborne Reddit.
It took until the Ruby video for him to be like, I've actually seen a lot of anime and like argued about it on the internet a lot. Right? Like he hides it, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying to you?
If you hoped with all your heart, your wish would come true. Now all we have are these sparkling stones in the ceiling. They're saying this is Deltarune foreshadowing. You know, this creature seems a bit problematic to me. I don't know what it is. There's just something problematic.
Mm-hmm. Kind of problematic vibes. It's kind of giving racist.
Kind of giving like a Shotacon.
You know how to pronounce words. Come on now.
That's how Junie says all the time.
That's because she's Canadian.
I'm also Canadian.
Yeah, well, you know, you can rise above that. Some are doomed to you know, live the way that God cursed them, which is Canadian, whereas some of us are transplants to the Canadian lifestyle. I do feel like I was cursed by God sometimes, you know, just like thinking about it.
To be American.
Yeah. Realistically, it's not that crazy to think I was cursed by God. Can't send the image of the dude in the kimono here. Ken-sama?
I know exactly what's the image in question.
Are you referring to Ken-sama or Ego Raptor?
Ego Raptor?
Yeah.
Why was Ego Raptor in a kimono?
He's been a fan of Japanese media all his life.
Crazy how sequelitis kind of sweeps most game reviewers out.
Yeah, genuinely. It is honestly like he's right about a lot of stuff.
The thing is, he like actually gave a fuck about game design.
Yeah. Like his Castlevania video is just correct. He's just correct about Castlevania 4. Many people today basically had his opinion on Ocarina of Time, but they just like wouldn't, like they just wouldn't admit that, you know?
Like the language to say they should make Breath of the Wild didn't exist yet. I might argue.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
they just made
yeah,
Breath of the Wild.
What it is. The language to say like old Zelda was better because it wasn't like it wasn't like set piece whatever. What's like a different word I can use?
Soft. Set piece shit.
It wasn't set piece gem, I don't know. Like it
Don't say gem either. Gem is also
I can't say shit in New York.
You can say shit. That's the thing about you. You can say shit.
But that's the thing, right? Like people were not yet on board with the there hadn't been a big AAA video game to tell them that it's actually okay to think 3D Zelda had problems. Like Nintendo hadn't given them permission to do that yet. To say like maybe Zelda had gotten a little bit stale.
Crazy how Tears of the Kingdom fucking blows.
I haven't played it. I get the feeling I would like the underground parts and probably not much else about it.
You say that. I don't think anyone likes the underground part. I don't think I've heard of anyone who likes the underground parts.
It's just kind of, I don't know, just the vibe seems good to me. I'm just a fan of like a deep darkness. I don't know, it just seems cool. It just seems like it would rip.
Always seems like, but never.
Mm-hmm. Potential game. Tears of the Kingdom is objectively potential game. Like, oh, if you just like
it
build
will be better
the
than
cars,
Breath of the Wild. It will.
If you just build the cars wrong on purpose and like do inefficient stuff all the time because it feels like it, you know, because it would be more fun. Like it's actually a way better game. Nothing to do in the deep dark though. Yeah, but I feel like that would. I like the parts. I kind of like the parts of Breath of the Wild. There's nothing to do. Breath of the Wild is also a potential game. Yeah, but like less so, I think. There's like Lionels and shit you gotta fight sometimes. And like Guardians. You can go like the Guardian places, and those are like, well, you know, you can parry the fuck out of the Guardians, but you know, you do have to learn how to do that. It's not like trivial.
What a good fucking song. Man, Undertale's like kind of a good game. Undertale, more like Super Slop. I hate all video games with retro graphics and good jokes. You really think Earthbound is like way funnier in this game? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like way
like
funnier?
I like the surreal sense of humor to Earthbound. We've had this conversation. I like the surrealism of it.
It's surreal that you're so wrong.
It's just, you know, Egoraptor really was just, you know, a little too early. A little too early to be like, actually, games should be about like systems and interactions of mechanics rather than scripted out sequence of events, you know? He was just a little too early for his time, you know? Son of a bitch.
I wonder why Egoraptor stopped making sequelitis. Was it really just because people got that fucking mad about it?
Making videos that take effort is not worth it anymore in this bitch of an earth.
Yeah. Remember when I showed you the fake sequelitis revival image?
Yeah, it was so realistic, honestly. It was so like a video that
just like redrawing, and don't fucking say that, Cactus. What the fuck is wrong with you? Just like redrawing like a shittier like modern version of the thing. Like it that was so good. It looks shittier too, like as you'd expect it to be, but it was just my art. It was shitty.
Yeah.
God, I'm so fucking funny. I got some people that too. Including you.
One of your bigger trolls of all time.
This is definitely like an attack. I won't call it a pattern.
You won't call it a pattern because you know what would happen if you did. You know, Egoraptor really walked so that Boghog could run.
Genuinely?
It's so funny to imagine Egoraptor as like the precursor to fucking the Electric Underground.
It literally just is that like Egoraptor cared about game design.
It's so fucking funny, actually. Plant you saw in Toriel's house. Asset reuse. Remember when Noodle made a video that's like sequelitis is bad because he's hyperbolic and has an opinion? Remember when Noodle made a video that was like, you should buy Xbox Microsoft products? By the way, I've never heard of BDS. What's BDS? I don't know what that is. You should buy a Microsoft products. It's like late 2025. All my friends are like communists. I've definitely heard about BDS, but personally, I'm just not gonna... He actually said all those exact words. It was crazy.
I had no idea.
Apparently, Doug Walker was also invited to the Mr. Beast thing alongside Dan Olson. Yeah, that's really good. Apparently, Doug was not at all, like, angry about it. Like, it was chill.
What a quote unquote great room.
Quote unquote great. I just think every YouTuber should be killed. It's not that crazy of a position.
What a good bit.
Send Animal Jayson on a trip alongside Donkey next. You know, there's some deep lore that none of you will ever know.
I met Donkey in real life, and we hugged each other. You know, we made up.
We're kind of like Virgil and Dante from Devil May Cry. In the end, I'm actually just saying that, like, you know,
Yeah.
all good video game analysis descends from fucking Ego Raptor for some reason, and all bad video game analysis comes from fucking who else was popular back then? Mr. B Tongue? I don't know. I actually like his videos. I don't know.
What?
I can't.
Mr. Beast?
What? Yeah, Mr. Beast. The original. Yeah, Mr. Beast was actually doing gaming video essays back in the day.
Do you know this?
Remember that guy that was like, Dark Souls is a total work of art? I forgot the actual name. No, I don't. I don't actually know whomst you might be referring to. Tim the Toolman Taylor? Tim Allen? Name is Toby Fox. Character is a dog. Make it make sense. What did he mean by this?
His evil counterpart is a fox named Toby Dog.
Oh, it was so true, actually. It's
This
just
is
fucked up. It's fucked up to be like kind of a furry type guy and be like my last name is literally a popular furry animal, and I'm literally just gonna pick a different one. Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you do this?
I don't know. I assume there's like a narrative purpose for the dog symbology. It's a lot of it, you know.
Dog symbology, not
Yeah,
just like that,
in Deltarune, and yeah,
not just that this like is his persona.
I don't think he's actually like a
He
furry. Is the
chose
thing?
dog.
Well, I don't think he's that much of a furry. Is the thing.
That much of a furry, you say? I like to think he knows what he's done.
I don't like to think that. I like to avoid thinking about that. This edge is way too steep.
Very
It's
plausible deniability.
it's crazy how NIS has like the worst American branch when they're literally called Nippon Ichi Software.
What do you mean? How's that? What's the concept?
Japan is #1 software. Is basically what their name means,
Oh.
and they put like fucking American internet memes in their translations. They put YOLO in their translations of JRPGs.
That's
Not
actually
set in the
huge.
year 2003.
Yeah. Wasn't there a game that came out recently that was like Skibbity Denpa? Wasn't that a controversy?
That did happen. That was a Union something. I don't think that was NIS though.
Yeah, but like it's just funny that that game is set in like 2007 or some shit from what I understand, and it's like they filled it with shit like that. It's crazy how that can still happen every now and again.
The secret of learning another language is you realize that that's everything. That's all the time. That's just always happening. But it only gets brought up when it's like, uh, I hate brown people, and this game had brown people.
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't know. Sometimes shit like that happens, and people are like, "Oh, they're just validating the guys that think like localizers are bad." This is like the 1 in a million times that a localization is bad, and they're just giving them ammo. And it's like I think they might. They're not typically this bad, but it is like I think the 50th time that like, oh, just a random one-off thing that never happens. Got to be like, there's some kind of reason for this. You don't have to hand it to the chuds. You do just have to kind of be like, yeah, this is one of those things where it seems like a thing is obviously bad. Seems like an obviously bad thing has occurred.
Cactus, I'm so sorry I moved the clip button. Now you can't fucking take me out of context.
You removed the clip button. What's happening all the time? I'm always saying this. Life sim about being an employee at a Japanese convenience store. Once again, cozy TSA agent simulator.
Disco Elysium about a witch in the Alps.
Yeah, Disco Elysium about a witch in the Alps.
It's not even how a bike horn sounds.
A bike horn? Like a unicorn with 2 horns? From Shin Megami Tensei?
A bike horn. I got a bike recently. I've been biking.
Ooh,
I went on
huge.
a bike ride for like 2 hours the other day, and I got sunburned because I forgot I was white. I didn't realize that was gonna happen.
Forgot I was white. Go outside, forget I'm white.
Get sunburned. I've never been outside for like,
sunburned.
I usually wear, warmer clothes. So I went out with my t-shirt on and just biked around. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
The sun is a deadly laser.
Yeah. And then sometimes you go outside and you go biking and you're like, this is so fun, I enjoy this. And you get home and you're like, my ass hurts so bad.
No, I'm not a weakling like that. The only thing that can kill me is radiation.
Yeah, uh-huh. You know, I'm not allowed to make the kinds of jokes that you would make if I were to say that.
What do you mean?
I'm not allowed to make those kinds of jokes about you. But, you know.
No, go on. Let's hear what he means by this. I'm so glad that Toby Fox never made a random call out of SJWs in his webcomic. Homestuck is so bad sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, the raw, chaotic potential. I've made this comment many times, but you know. It certainly leaves an impression on me. I'll give it that.
Oh god. Wow, I can't believe so many of those missed.
What do you think about Birdcage 2 coming soon?
So this guy has knives
hope
and
his
says
gameplay.
useless, useless, useless. Sort of a Dio reference. I wonder if there's any other references to Dio specifically in this game. Wouldn't that... I think that would make a lot of sense, personally. Like, from a logical perspective.
We're on a different page. Also, it's crazy how Cactus Alicano did not at all go for the sort of setup I did there about the bicycle thing. You know, he was supposed to say it for me. He's sort of my strongest soldier in that way.
And it sounds like he failed you here. They should add a
Yeah.
mechanic where you can have gay sex in Pathologic. Should have a mechanic where you can have gay sex in Undertale. I mean, Deltarune.
I believe Pathologic fans are doing that quite enough. They don't need the game to do it for them.
Some question
You know
is
what I'm
Nelly Furtado
saying?
dissing Fergie Timberland dissing Sauce question doesn't take like this. The ghost sandwich? Ghost chocolate bar and the ghost orange juice? Another
Boots with the
another JoJo
fur?
reference?
Boots with the fur?
No. That come directly from Dragon Quest? Probably. It doesn't feel like an uncommon sort of thing. This is a little bit unique. This is a little, just tiniest bit. I love how the screen is warping. Like the image is a bit fucked up. I made a video on Silent Hill.
What were you saying about bicycles? We were talking about bikes, and I was like, oh, sometimes you go out and you ride your bike, and you're having a great time, but then you come home and you're like, wow, my ass hurts real bad. Sort of being a joke about the fact that, like, riding a bike for a long time, sitting on that bike seat, like, it just hurts, right? And you get sore. You said to me that actually never happens to you. That you're actually fine when you ride a bike for a long time. And I sort of left the joke open in the air. I was like, I can't make the joke that I would make here. It would be offensive. But then it sort of leaves open to interpretation the idea that, like,
He was about to say
why
a
would
slur.
someone have a strong resistance to, like, having a sore ass, Why would it be why would a person, sort of get into a situation where normally people would be like, actually, this really hurts my ass, and be like, actually, this is fine for me. This is normal for me. I've built up a strong resilience to this.
I can't think of
And
anything.
I can't drive at home that one. I can't do that.
I feel like you could.
But
You're just choosing not to. But Tenna? This is my TV. We call him Tenna. I didn't remember that. That's pretty good. It's
Not
like my whole
allowed to
body's
either.
being
I'm a
spit.
top. That's the exact kind of person who is allowed to make that joke. I don't know what to say. new Xenoblade Chronicles 2 kind of mixed opinions article just dropped.
That's
You're gonna be into
crazy.
this.
No,
You're gonna be
let
into
me
this.
guess. The story isn't as good. Actually, no. That's no one who has mixed opinions like dates the story. They're always like, it has potential. It's a potential man of Xenoblade.
The illusion of choice. One side is Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is good. The other is Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is bad. Both paths lead to another 7 years of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 discourse.
This is totally gonna happen. It's called Thunder Snail. That's a good joke. God damn it.
They probably needed to release Pathologic 3 because they needed money. I don't really know anything about what's up with Pathologic 3. I've heard there's buzz about it, but I don't know what's going on. Was it just like unfinished? Did they just like release it broken as fuck?
This one is so annoying to like get the joke on. Whatever. Fuck Toby Fox and his stupid fucking jokes. Who the hell is this guy?
Bill Brick. Animal Jayson is the type of guy who would be a slug if you think about it. I have some slug-like traits.
I'm old. That emblem. That's the Deltarune? That's the Deltarune. It's a terrible video game, and it's anti-Japan. You know, they're always making tsundere jokes in that game. I'm old. It's the angel from the prophecy. Prophecy. Free us from this mortal realm.
An unfinished game that's being released like a serialized fan fiction. Oh. It wouldn't be pathologic if it didn't, you know, go through that kind of situation, so...
I thought that was about Deltarune.
The right thing. You know?
Through grit and determination? What's determination? How long is this stream gonna be for? I think we're just gonna do the rest of this area. I don't know, a few more minutes, probably. Yeah, 10, 20 more minutes.
Yeah,
Seven
so
of the
I'm gonna
greatest
go to the
magicians seal
bathroom
this record
first.
of Magic's vow.
That's the crazy thing.
You'll be destroyed. You never notice just how, like, unpolished Undertale is until you, like, play Deltarune, and you're like, nothing has any sounds associated with that. This is a really good bit. This is kind of a fantastic bit. Truly incredible. Some really good bits in this game. What a funny game. It's crazy how Toby Fox played Toho and then made this game. Like, it's honestly oh wait, where'd he go? I didn't even realize he left. Anyway, it's crazy how Toby Fox is like a huge Toho fan and then made this, and it's like so easy. That's crazy. It's crazy how Toby Fox made Toho with his own two hands.
Hey.
I'm Bob. What a funny original joke. I can't think of any other video game that's been funnier than this, honestly. It's hard-boiled. Okay, let's show it off properly. Alright, we're like 1 or 2 rooms for the end. Let's just get this over with so I can finally put my items in a box.
You can finally sort of be free of it all.
What a great game. I had such a fun time playing.
Where's the deep mechanics though? Where's the I don't know, the frame data? I don't know. You can't keep up the act all the time. You can't always be doing that.
Green means he's not mean. Crazy how they made Half-Life Alyx, sorry, Half-Life 2 VR, but the AI is sentient.
Did they?
Yeah, they did the first episode of
That's
that.
Ah.
It's a bit of a shaky start, I will admit. I'm like, where's this going exactly? They're introducing like
Where's all
crazy
the-
new characters.
Yeah, where's all the in-depth character arts and stuff? Those are the sort of setups and payoffs and the Chekhov's guns and the... I don't know.
Anyway, as I was saying with you, which would be an interesting conversation. It's crazy how Toby Fox is like a huge Touhou fan that he made this game. It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's like shocking. I think Deltarune is like a lot better, like in terms of the
core
difficulty of bullet
gameplay, yeah.
patterns, and yeah, that too.
They actually added mechanics.
They took away mechanics, but they just made like good bullet patterns.
I think it's fine that Toby Fox is like, you can make a fan translation. I think he, of all people, can be like, that's how I played all my favorite games. I think that's fine.
The thing is, okay, I have opinions on that. Right, at the first I was like, you know, it's unfortunate, but like I get it, because you know, situations like Union Syndrome and Ice America. But reality is like, you know, the Spanish localization scene is not under the same conditions. King Asgard Dreamer, like, first of all, you know, Spanish translations they're not just doing it for like America. They're doing it for like a bunch of extremely different countries that, you know, like way more Spanish speakers. And like, you know, if his concern is accuracy, like there's less of a guarantee of that with fan translation. That's one of the things, right? Like they don't do one of the most popular Spanish fan translations. They don't do gender neutral for the characters because, you know, it's not common in conversational Spanish language and such. It's a Romance language and all. So I just think, like, you know, if your value is accuracy, then you would put a lot of effort into this. And he said some shit like, well, you know, if I spend time to do this, and it'll take longer. And he's like, you can't say that when you're translating the game into Japanese. Like, you can't like pick one language to translate it into, and then be like, oh, well, all the other ones would take too much time. It's like, I don't know if it's. I think you remove your ability to be selective on this kind of thing when you're selecting. What absurdities. It's not shocking, Eleanor. It's still way too easy in Deltarune. If you don't like, if you cannot conceptualize the sheer difference between the two, you're just a fool. You're a foolish fool.
Here's the thing. If you say one thing is harder than another thing, you must be saying that the other thing is hard, right? You can't be saying like, Mario is harder than Kirby, even if both are not that difficult. You must be saying that you think that Mario is really hard.
They say that Super Mario Brothers is as hard as Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. This might be my super woke opinion, but Toby Fox is an American. He should learn Spanish. He should speak to the people who live in the country that he lives in. He's being a bit of a weeb. He's a bit of
I think
everyone is like,
live in Japan now?
he's just doing the low level Japanese joke. He doesn't really respect Japan, but like, he's a bit of a weeb. Let's be real. We know there's nothing wrong with being a weeb.
Well, if you ask me, wrong with being a weeb, if you know what I'm saying.
The secret woman. This is the trolley dilemma. Scooby-Doo YouTube pooper friends? Anyway, Toby Fox should personally learn Spanish and delay Deltarune Chapter 5 by another year.
Yeah.
Spanish is like also like it's like the min-max, it's like min-maxing, right? Like, yeah, if you can't really put Undertale in China. Like, they're just not gonna, I don't know if they're gonna allow that. Not to make any sweeping generalizations, but it's a pretty gay video game.
Yeah, and also it's like
Subversive or something.
A libertarian video game, and it goes against socialist principles.
There's no white people in the game, so they can't put them on the movie posters instead of the...
Yeah. Remember all the skeletons that got in SMT that got turned into robots in P5X? Is that true? I've actually never heard of that. That's fucking crazy.
That's pretty funny.
I don't even think that's like a law. I think they just do it preemptively.
Yeah, Spanish is like the second most spoken language.
We're having fun on the Dog Man's wild ride.
Yeah, I'm having fun. Undertale Sun.
Yeah, that's why they call it Thundertale. That's actually what they call it.
Wow, this mechanic sucks.
Have you read Ulysses? No. I think in college I tried to read it, and I thought to myself, I don't even know if I know how to read. That's how that book made me feel. So, I still have my copy. I could still read it. Writes essays but doesn't read Ulysses. Hack, washed, fake. I've read more books than 99% of people who make YouTube videos about video games. That's just a fact. I've read more books about video games than most, which I've read like 2 of them.
Really? Most have only read 2? I'm in the 1 percentile. Or whatever, the 99 percentile.
Yeah.
Oops.
Because yeah, percentiles work.
Took so long to come around. I figured it out at the end.
I have more books to give you? Sure. Video games used to come with books? That's actually so true.
I figured out every wrong direction. Oops. Wrong button.
One commented on my long-ass message earlier. What did you say?
Some stupid bullshit about
Oh.
Tubby Fox.
I don't know. I didn't know what it meant.
I will not respond to is Toby Fox transracial. That's just, I think you're just being racist.
That's bait. I mean, it's simply bait. That's all there is to say about that. What can be said except that it is bait?
Look how shitty that lava is. It's kind of amazing. Shit's jittering on my screen. What a cool water fountain. Cooler. Bubbler.
Bubbler. Yeah.
What a cool bubby.
I'm actually always saying this. What a cool bubby. Get out of there, Victor. Sorry, I loaded up a game of fucking Street Brawl in Deadlock because this game's so boring.
Toby Fox is not planning to become a Japanese game developer.
He's planning to become Japanese, yeah.
So, like, us royal guards are blocking up the elevators for now. These guys are great. I hope they're homosexuals.
I hope they're confirmed for gay.
It's so fucking funny how they're still wearing the helmets in Deltarune. He literally tries to act like one Eleanor.
He
Can
tries
you tell
to act
how
like
does a
one.
Japanese developer act? Let me sit down for this one.
I think you mean he speaks the Japanese language.
What does a black person sound like to you? Grande
He
is
tries
still
to act
Aryan?
like one.
What is going on? Why is my chat racist?
When you become so woke that you round back to race science.
Like, this isn't like the fucking, Oliver whatever guy who's like a transphobic grifter now after trying to give himself plastic surgery to look like a K-pop star.
Yeah.
Toby Fox is just a weeb. He's just a normal weeb.
Becoming a Japanese game developer. Fucking insane. You and I'm genuinely a crazy person.
Oh yeah, another immense landmark for me. I made my first YouTube short.
Oh,
I'm a content creator now. I'm creating content.
yeah, you're creating contentment in the masses.
I'm creating discontentment in the asses.
He literally sat at the Illuminati table. Me when I'm having schizophrenic delusions.
I think she's talking about the Masahiro Sakurai Yoko Taro table.
Oh my fucking god, Sakurai is not a member of the Japanese gaming Illuminati. That's not even close.
Well, no, a little bit. But he's there with like the developer of Danganronpa, like 2 other visual novel developers, Yoko Taro. Like it's a lot of fucking visual novel developers for some reason. Like that was weird. Like crazy. Crazy how Undertale is a really well written visual novel with gameplay segments that are also good. Jason and Eleanor are the YouTube shorts already. It's true.
Why is he hanging out with all those guys? I think they like his video game that he made.
It's honestly crazy how much they like it. They like Undertale. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, they love that shit.
he was adjudicating a contest of some sort. Yeah, it was a games something. This Masahiro Sakurai does not make story video games. What the fuck are you talking about? The gameplay segments are not good. You're just not an RPG fan. It's crazy how this white woman thinks she can talk about anything. Yeah, you know, I'm a video games appreciator. Survival horror, you know, it's bad. RPGs are bad. Adventure games are bad.
Every kind of video game is bad except for
Shmups and action
except
games.
for shmups.
Yeah, you notice how action games are the only good video game? Except for action
Sakurai-
games that are like that are survival horror games. That kind of action doesn't count.
Sakurai is a good thing. Sakurai is like the opposite of story, man. That's true. Sakurai do make Kirby.
Disliking RPGs is actually anti-racist praxis. You only if it's not anti-racist if you like the white people RPGs. If you like
RPGs
fucking Lisa the Painful and Fear and Hunger and Undertale, but you hate Shin Megami Tensei, you might be racist.
RPGs are an America kind of invention. That is true. We did make those, and the guy who invented them was Adolf Hitler.
He was playing the role of a Nazi. What did you say? It's all a game to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Ice Cactus actually dislikes JRPGs because of how popular they were with conservative Christian households.
Thank you, Adam Sessler. It's true. It's actually completely true.
Excuse me, I burped a bit. It's crazy how Junie has like the same opinions as a Nintendo YouTuber, and she expects us to take her seriously. That's some great bait. That's pretty good. I'm so funny. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna do something. This might be drastic of me. Screenshot. I'm gonna go in my screenshots folder. It should be in videos actually, not screenshots. It's an OBS screenshot.
You literally fucking agree with me about RPGs. That's the thing, is that it's funny to sort of play up the elements by which we disagree for a comedic effect.
Okay, so it's properly scaled in chat. I didn't record all this like the improper scaling. Let's see how good the video file looks. I stopped recording, by the way. My epic gameplay, 1.25 gigabytes. That seems oddly low for like 3 hours of recording. Menu scheme seems pretty good. This seems pretty good. This seems pretty good for the most part. This recording seems pretty high quality. This seems a little... Hold on, let me take a snapshot. I'll open this in the editor. There's a little bit of graying on like the purple pixels. Just a little bit though. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Like it's mostly not that blurry.
You're playing this on your authentic CRT.
No, not on my. I'm not playing this on my CRT at all. My CRT is set for a different resolution than what integer scales to Undertale. So I wouldn't ruin the artistic vision of Toby Fox. Let me just remove. This is why we don't have you on stream, because you say mean things to me. What did Gagda say? Is the cunt washed? Delturn on a CRT is poser behavior. The funniest fucking thing... Okay, so this new Yume Nikki type game that's gonna come out. It's like a 3D game, and you play as like a little wolf girl thing. And she can howl. And I just sat down and I recorded my CRT and I posted it onto YouTube.com. And then on my alternate account, I said, this game looks old. This game looks like crap. I said some stupid shit. And it's just on my alternate channel, right? So I just called it. I'm being so clear. So on this channel, Arena Blue, I posted the No Fenia video, and then on my main channel, Eleanor Red, I made some joke about this game is retro, Sop or some shit like that probably. And then the developer of Nothenia like commented on the video, and I'm like the only other comment. She definitely saw me like making fun of the game and probably doesn't know it's the same account. So that's really funny.
I simply think developers should not be banned from the internet so that they don't comment on such things.
You can. What if Toby Fox commented on your Deltarune Chapter 1 review and said, "Good video. You know, I really took this into account with Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. You should buy it for $20." What if he said that to you?
That would actually be good because I was stating my real and good opinions. That's different. Completely different.
I try to always be sincere, like out of fear now. What if someone takes me the wrong way? I made like a one-off comment that was like, it's lame how Silent Hill F just does the Silent Hill 4 head thing, but it's some bullshit.
Yeah.
I just said, you know, someone was comparing the two, and I'm like, you know, meaningful imagery versus some bullshit, and people got really fucking mad. Like, wow, you really think this symbol of patriarchy is some bullshit? And I'm like, they just copied it. They just like, there's no reason for it to be here.
If you dislike the way that something is presented, that means you dislike the thing itself. You know.
Yeah. I also just like Silent Hill. Let's be clear. Yeah, unrelatedly.
If you think that a story about misogyny is presented poorly, it's simply because you like misogyny. You know, that's the only explanation.
That's the only reason I can think of. Yeah, I can't think of any other reason. I'm always sincere. You're always full of fucking shit, Ice Cactus. Getting that silent for a head. You know, they say it's the best head in the entire series. Some people get the thing that, you know, when you're getting Silent Hill 4 head, they say the second half, you know, it's a little intense. I'm the funniest person alive. Are you asking me for an example of you being full of shit? Right now you're full of shit. There's poop inside of you. It's all over you. All over the walls. I think I'm gonna make another video on Silent Hill F. One day. I really think my video on Silent Hill F was like poorly structured. For one thing.
Yeah.
And number two, I think there's a lot of shit in the story Ryukishi Zeranana has just like said shit about the story, and like I no longer have to be like hedging in the video so much. I can just be like, this is what he wanted to do, and this is why I think it's ineffective in what it's trying to be. One of the things that he said was like, oh yeah, the final ending is meant to be like a good ending because it's ominous and shit. And I was like, you know, it's like genuinely indistinguishable of if like, you know, the writer genuinely believes that this is like a good thing, or if it's like meant to be, you know, disagreeable for real. I don't know how to describe it, right? Like, there's so many people who went away from the game like thinking that it was a good ending because it just is so overwhelmingly like complete, I guess I would say. Like every character gets their fucking redemption arc and shit, but I guess the interpretation we're supposed to have is like, yeah, the fact that the fucking evil mind-controlled side of Hinako survives isn't a good thing because, you know, etc, etc. I'm like, the game just like a terrible fucking job conveying this.
The character is looking out over the sunrise, looking over a cliff as like the dawn breaks and the night is over, and is going like, but what are we gonna do with the future? And she's like, we're gonna have a good time and have great life. It's like the most stereotypical, like, good ending I've ever. It's like Persona 4. It's
Yeah, but they're looking at the fog, and the fog is bad, and you're supposed to understand the fog is always bad, of course.
it's like that level of like this is the good true ending. Like you can't do like the sun is rising as over the ending and be like actually this is a sinister in a way. This is just symbolism 101.
It just feels like unsatisfying from looking at it. It doesn't feel like ominous. It just feels unsatisfying. It's the thing.
It's just everything is Mass Effect 3 indoctrination theory. Everything is a secret good fourth Sherlock episode. Everything is good is
Well, the thing is, like, it's not really a
secret-
theory. Like, Ryukishi Zeranona just outright said, like, these things, right? He said, like, the game is about the female character having agency, and he said that the final ending isn't, like, the true ending or the good ending or whatever. So, like, you can't get him on the grounds of not being woke enough, I guess, but you can get him on the grounds of failing to be properly woke. I don't know how I would phrase it.
of just being bad at telling the story he intended to tell. What is indoctrination theory? So in the Mass Effect games, there's evil aliens that are going to destroy the whole world. And sometimes they like find a human or like a sentient alien or whatever, and they like mind control them and like make them do their bidding. And it's called indoctrination. And the explanation for why the ending of Mass Effect 3 was shitty to some people was actually it was all a hallucination and your character has been like mind controlled. And so that's why at the end he does a thing that obviously would be stupid because he's been indoctrinated and he's it's all a illusion. it which was also the secret fourth good Sherlock episode ending. Was actually it was all a dream and the character's gonna wake up in the next episode and the real story will start.
Yeah, now the real voice changer begins. It like I did that to myself with voice changer. I'm gonna be honest. Like I kept being like disappointed by the endings, and then I was like, well, there's like 5 more endings. I,
Voice changer's trick. I don't know. It's just you can't. I'm sorry. Death of the author is the thing that you, as an author, have to be aware exists, and that you're not allowed to like clarify after the fact. You're not allowed to post a tweet that's like actually the stupid way that I told this story. Like you're misunderstanding it. No.
you need to play voice
How
changer
about-
after you get Oracle.
Oracle is the rank I want to get in Deadlock. It's like the first good one where you're good at the game.
Yeah, we should all play with you so we can help you get there, right?
Yeah. Having a bunch of coughing babies, tied around my neck is really gonna help.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be negotiating your own writing on Twitter after the fact. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. What if when you wanted to write
another thing I didn't get into is like there's so much shit that's just in notes in Silent Hill F, right? Like I was asking someone, this person who is a huge Silent Hill F fan, who I sometimes encounter on Twitter, and like they're right about the game. They're right about the contents of the game. I disagree with that about the quality of the game, but about the contents of the game, right? Like I'm like, but isn't the first ending like in a different continuity because like she takes the drugs and then the gods don't intervene like they do in the other endings, like something like that? Like no. And then this person brings up a random note that like details how there was a monk who like killed a bunch of people, and the monk was protected by the doll god. And I'm like, what? Like, I guess, but, like, why is... I don't... It's just bizarre to put all this information in notes. Like, everything in Silent Hill F happens off screen. The autistic girl, she's autistic off screen.
If you read, yeah, the story gets really good once you go on the wiki.
It's just
You're gonna love that.
so
You're gonna love
bizarre.
that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 article that I was talking about because it's literally what it's about.
Oh my fucking... And once you do all the side quests, you know, it's me blowing my fucking brains off. I didn't do, like, any of the goddamn side quests. I'm not gonna lie. And... Because you don't have to. The game doesn't, like, push you towards anything. It's honestly crazy. In the first game, they have, like, so many good side quests. They have, like, a whole, like, crazy cutscene where, like, you resolve one of the main plot threads in a side quest, and then, like, they bring it up in, like, the DLC after story. It's not DLC anymore. It's just part of the definitive edition. But it's like...
They're being autistic off screen. That is literally what these streams are. People will, you know, people will really be like, yeah, I know that there's literally nothing about this that indicates, you know, the actual way that you feel about the story is inferior to what's in the notes that you can find in the drawers sometimes.
Anyway, I'm gonna go on my training arc.
Thirsty.
I'm gonna go on my training arc. I'm gonna make videos on Silent Hill 2 and 3 and 4. And maybe on some bullshit like Origins.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually how you do your training arc as like a YouTuber. You make your Silent Hill videos and then you're ready to make the real ones.
It's fucked up thing to say. I would say my Silent Hill 1 video is one of my realest videos.
Big if true.
Everyone in chat, what's your favorite video from mine? What's your favorite of my... You can't pick an Arena Blue video. You can't fucking pick an Arena Blue video. Don't joke with me. I'm already preempting your terrible jokes. You have to pick a real Eleanor Red video. And then pick your favorite one. None of them. You're so fucking funny. Get that ass banned. I like the Naruto video.
Let's get the Saturn stick.
Naruto video is pretty good. I feel like in retrospect, I'm not sure if I structured that perfectly well. I think I don't know. I think nowadays maybe like I would simply abstract Hiding's video, or I wouldn't make such a big deal out of it. I'd just be like, you know, here's some miscellaneous points I've seen in various videos, and then like...
Nobody talks about Origins ever. I assume nothing happens in it. Oh, things happen in it. Believe you me.
It is one of the most nothing ever happens types games. It's like a prequel to Silent Hill 1, where like they're like, here's Kaufman and Lisa, and you play like a truck driver.
Yeah, you play the truck driver who like meets Alessa.
Oh, it's so funny. It's truly like...
It is the archetypal, the thing H Bomber guy said, right? Like the prequel is just about helping the main character of the first game catch a bus. You like the story of Origins is just helping Alessa catch her bus to that fucking hospital.
Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. It's like, it is the most like we have no fucking ideas entry ever, and it's the first fucking one they did after 4.
Yeah.
I like your Mixao video. That Mixao video is pretty good. I got so fucking lazy with that one. I should have interspersed the clips throughout the video. They were all in one spot, so it's way easier to skip them if you don't give a fuck. RPG Mina reviews? I was gonna say I should do that again, but then I realized that it got like 200 views. I like no fucking. That was a fun
Yeah,
video
no
to
one
make, though.
cares. No one cares about stuff that's actually good. They just want to see slop. They actually all live in slop world, and I hate everyone. So I never make a video.
It's okay. I'll get a million views when I make my video on the Quartz Party movies. I gotta make the Quartz Party movie video like really fucking funny. It's gotta be my next blood drive. It's gotta
Yeah,
be.
make sure to keep a unicycle count on the screen. That's the
Tearcom
one
video
thing I
has
remember
so
about
few
the film.
views. Tearcom video is like kind of poorly edited. No one's ever heard of Tearcom. You know, I could pull a studio system next time and like make a good video that makes people want to check out Tearcom.
Yeah, I've actually been to a concert with the creator of Terracom, so it's sort of a kind
Small
of
world.
like we're sort of the Illuminati of having 1,000 views on the internet.
Yeah, don't do a video like that again, but the idea was cool. See, I did do a video like that again, sort of, with the Yume Nikki video, and it did better. Did your studio system video actually get people to play it? I think I got a few people, yeah. I mean, most of you who commented were either like, this is a cool video, or I'll play this game now. This is a cool video said by, like, fans of the game, of course. Let's, just to be safe, you know, just to be, Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that one. Wait, hold on. I missed the other one. I missed the other one. Okay, don't worry. Let's not worry about it. Many people who watch videos on Topic have already played Topic from experience. Yeah? Well, you know, on
Yeah.
YouTube, you know, a lot of people...
People either click on things to hear their opinion repeated to them about something they already like or dislike, or they click on it because it's something that they will never engage with, and therefore, like, they might as well just hear someone else talk about it. Those are the two people.
Yeah, that's why my Silent Hill videos are gonna do good once I make the Silent Hill video.
Yeah. Only, like, a weird freak like me actually, like, reads articles about games I haven't played to be like, should I play this? Nobody fucking watches a review to find out if they should fucking play a video game anymore. Secret third option to hear an additive addition to bolster your understanding. Yeah, there's that too, but you know. Crazy Blast Greach broke up.
They did?
Yeah, they broke up.
What the fuck? Really? I never heard of this.
Probably because they said they found out that I was at one of their shows and I like didn't go talk to them, and they were just like, well, fuck it. What's the point anymore?
When did they break up? That was just
like
a week ago?
Like a week ago, yeah.
What the fuck? I never even heard of this. I never got to see them in concert.
Unlike me. You know, who's got the real homosexual cred?
Well, you know. I'm gonna be going to the
Homosexual street
Undertale concert. You know, the Undertale symphonic concert in you know.
Yeah,
in
that's for straights. I don't know.
places. What?
Huh?
Undertale is for straights. Let's think about this one for a second. Every character in Undertale is gay. I don't know. How many straight Undertale fans do you think there are? Like, there has to be a lot of them, but I never hear anything about them. Where are they? Toriel is straight? Not when she's drunk. Eleanor, you're straight. You can't be lecturing the bisexual. I guess that's true.
That's true. I did earlier say I should get another Tumblr boyfriend. So that's, you know.
Yeah, you're dropping your subtle hints. Is Sans a woman?
I
never thought that Sans could be a woman. Maybe I'm a bad person.
I guess so.
Birdly is straight? Birdly hasn't realized that he's gay. If
I
Sans
put
was
away on my
gender bent, she would
sexual.
have a pink bow on her head. His
Like,
name
and I
is
want to be
literally
the guy.
By Erdly.
By Eardley.
First of all, he's a gamer. Second of all, he's a furry. Feathery, sorry.
I'm thirsty. That's the thing. We have to end
Alright,
stream so that I
alright,
can go get a drink of water.
alright. It's over.
It's over.
It's over. It's over. Doesn't he playing the sound effect over and over?
So that's true, actually. Hitting the soundboard.
It's over.